Ask Tom on Home Show.
Dell from Conroe, Texas, needs a little AC advice.
Yeah, he's got a one-story house with a medium-sized garret room. And I'd never heard that term. So I went and looked it up, and apparently it's a finished room in an attic. And they call it a garret room. New to me,
and I went to architecture school, so I'm good with it.
Exactly.
Whatever they call it's fine. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, probably named after a guy named Garrett or something. All right, so
that's where they kept Garrett.
So Dell writes to us, the room is part of the original build of the house. It was already finished out when he got the house. And even though it has 2 AC vents and 1 return, it gets unbearably hot in the summer, he says. Our 16-year-old R22 system is leaking. They've had to keep putting more Freon in, and it's gone through 2 boards in 2 years, so it's time for a new one. He says one AC company has recommended adding a ductless AC unit for upstairs and a new 14 to 16 SEER single stage unit. Another company came in and recommended a variable stage unit since it would have to run at different speeds to handle different zones. So they're going to use a zone strategy on this one, for like the garret room. So Tom, any advice you have? I think I know which way you're going to go, and I think the word is simple.
Yeah, I do. I like to keep things simple, and because it is a room in the attic, that's what we used to call it before Garrett came around, and you want to make it separate, because it's got a bigger load on there. I like the idea of the ductless split system. I would do that in a heartbeat. That's exactly how I would do it. And as far as the rest of the house, a single stage 14 to 16 SEER, which is your base model now, will still be so much more efficient than anything that you've had before. And to get into variable speeds with all the damper systems and all these different thermostats, first off, it's going to be incredibly expensive to install. I know it's going to be more than going the other way. And secondly, when it comes to lifetime repair costs and stuff, if you have a motor burnout, you have some issues with it, some of the dampers go bad, there's a huge repair cost involved with these parts and pieces. Just the motors alone can be $600-$700 because they do have that computer board on there, just like you say, 2 of them went out on your unit you have now. So it becomes a problematic thing. There's no such thing as a maintenance-free computer board, that's for sure. They do burn out once in a while, and for different reasons. But the fact, what I would tell you to do is this. Go with a single stage 14 SEER, get the house nice and comfortable. Isolate the garret room with a good quality ductless split system. Run that all you want, whatever temperature you want. And that way you don't, if someone wants it colder or warmer up there, you don't have to adjust the entire house just because you have this room in the attic. I think that'll even save you more money in the long run too.
We went through a similar thing in the building where I'm originating from downstairs. We have a conference room that gets crazy hot, and we put one of those in. It does. And whenever we've had to take the main system offline for one reason or another, we can cool the entire first floor with that mini split by just leaving the conference room door open. So they're incredibly efficient. And Tom, what about if he has other maybe hot spots in the house? You could almost take that mini split and put some heads in other places, couldn't you?
If he did, or if other people have that issue, you can have up to 4 or 5 heads on some of those units. But in this case, I'm going to stick with this question. What I would do is if you have some other spots, that other system, the ductwork should be redeveloped to handle all of the house evenly. And that's not through, all these mechanical dampers and variable speeds and stuff. Just by tweaking the duct system, because you're going to pull the ducts out of that garret room and just use that system you're putting in now. So you'll be able to distribute the air better. So you can take care of any problems with the main system. And then that garret room will be totally in control on its own with its own little remote control and the ductless split system. And today they even make a hidden in the wall system if you don't want to look at it. Some of the people are calling me about that now, where it goes into the wall behind the sheetrock and all you see is your little vents and that's it. And so you can have a lot of different options, but I would do that upstairs room, the attic room separately.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I'm considering putting one here in this room because it's right above that room downstairs. And what do you want to bet this gets hot in the summer too? So, but they can put them in the ceiling now, so they sit up there almost like an RV AC system up on the roof. And except these ones are quiet.
You won't call them an RV. They're actually very nice in the ceiling.
Right. But I'm just saying it kind of looks just like what you'd see in one of those. but it's not like crazy loud like an RV unit. All right. You got a question? Tom will help you out. So go ahead and click on Ask Tom at HomeShowRadio.com. All right. And we got to wrap this. Got to land the plane, as your dad would say. You can use a form, you can use a video, but send us your question and give us as much detail, and pictures help us out a lot to get a picture. Like, I would have liked to have seen a picture of that garret room. We post a new one of these every day. Tom likes to help, and we like to help him help you. So send us your questions, and you'll find them on our YouTube channel, the Home Show Radio YouTube channel, the Home Show Radio Facebook page, and, of course, HomeShowRadio.com.